What do we got? 39 minutes, 32. Oh, I just got back from the store. Well, not just, but I just got back from the store. And again, I had a freaking walk there, and I bought sort of too much stuff, but whatever. I mean, it's whatever. I'm fat right now. I've been a fat ass for a while. I just been fat my whole life. I haven't been as fat. I don't know, I'm just, so it helps. It helps walking, 3/4 of a mile there. I don't know, it's almost a mile and then almost a mile, so I'd probably say something like 1 3/4 mile total. There and back. Although maybe with all the walking I do in the store, it might actually total 2 miles. So, whatever. That helps. Doing that about 3-4 times a week helps combat all the sitting around I do. Still sucks, but every time somebody asks me for a ride, which is not very often, the one time I accepted the ride was when I was carrying home a loaf of bread, because I was like, yeah, I better fucking accept the ride, because I don't want that to get fucking smushed. I almost never buy bread. Well, I almost never buy a loaf of bread. Because bread. Anyways, getting to the meat. 2 minutes and 30 seconds at 11:03. Why I don't give a damn if billionaires leave. And that's one of their, and I mean the talking heads mainly, because billionaires usually speak for themselves. They just hire somebody to speak on their behalf, to argue for them. Because they don't want to say it themselves, too. Musk doesn't want to go. Well, you tax me, I'll just leave. He would never want to say that. That would make him sound like even more of a douche than he already is. Well, if you tax me, I'll just fucking leave, motherfucker. Yeah, fuck up. In addition to firing all those people and taking money away and doing all the things. I don't want to go through. Many people have gone through the list, but in addition to being such a big dick, I would be even more of a dick. So they don't want to say that themselves. They want to have intelligent people make an argument. Intelligent people who are not billionaires make up the argument. Well, that would be a bad idea because blah, blah, blah. I want to say, yes, it would be not preferable, but I just don't care. And here's why. Because they don't fucking do anything. They don't do anything useful for any country. Businessmen, men, women, they add nothing to the greatness of humanity, and they never have. So, I mean, scientists, philosophers, engineers, construction men, plumbers, electricians, these are the people that build the world. Businessmen are resource shufflers. and thieves. So go ahead, leave. Go somewhere else. Keep moving from country to country until you have your own country made up of businessmen and try unsuccessfully to create a successful society. And good luck, motherfuckers, because you're going to have a Gilligan's Island that fails. So go ahead and leave. I just don't care. Go. Fucking go. Take your Elon Musk, whatever his liquid assets, his non movable assets, his assets that aren't buildings and factories and warehouses and all that shit that you can't just pick up and roll into a ball and just be like, I'm out. Put in a helicopter and a plane and just peace out to another land. And everything that aren't digital assets that you can't move and transfer via a new asset retitling and reformulate into a new corporation, blah, blah, blah. All of that stuff. Every billionaire do it and just take everything and just be like, whatever. All of that stuff. And be like, fine, I don't care. We will still have all the engineers and scientists and all the people with all the brains to do everything. All those people will be here. Like I said, all the plumbers, electricians, all the people that we need to do the stuff. So, I don't give a fuck. I just don't care. You business class people are worthless. You are totally, totally, totally worthless to the world. You are worth less than janitors. Janitors and people working at McDonald's do more than you. Watch Office Space. Bill Lumbergh does less than everyone else in Office Space. And you know this because when the guys that come in as efficiency experts, once they realize that Bill Lumbergh is worthless, shit starts to turn. Because the efficiency experts are even worth more than all the managers. And efficiency experts are kind of worthless too. Because their job could be performed by the other characters. The other characters could, in addition to their job, be managers. So, what are we doing here? Why are we even falling for this bullshit argument of, they're just going to leave? Good. We don't need them. We don't need these people. They don't do anything. They don't fucking do anything. All the scientists they don't do anything. And they're like, Republicans are like, why are we having Bill Nye come on the air and tell us blah, blah, blah. He's just a kid show host and stuff. He doesn't know anything. He has like an engineering degree or something like that. So, yeah, he knows more than you. Right off the fucking bat. He knows more than you. He has a degree in something. You just know how to bullshit. You have a degree in bullshitting. All right, there you go. Everybody that has a what is it, an MBA, a master's in business administration. Everybody that has an MBA, you secretly know in your head, wow, I know how to do masters in. I think there is actually a degree that is an MBS, Masters in Bullshitting, or something like that. Management. It is an MBS. I'm pretty sure there's an MBS degree, which is Masters in Bullshitting degree. That is a business degree. I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on it, but they joke about that in their circles. I know there's an MBA, but that's a business administration, which is a lot like an economics degree. You know, there's a lot of degrees that you can get at university that are sort of I don't want to say useless, but you have to be creative. They're useful for the right person, so long as that right person has the ability to be innovative. However, once you don't need a degree if you're that kind of person. So, just there you go. That's all you need to do. But like I said, the point of this video is to hopefully enlighten people to the fact that businessmen are they're worthless. That aspect, if you wanna be worth something, be worth something. And if you have that talent, if you have that skill that makes you worth something, then you don't. This is my personal opinion. I don't think you need to be paid for it either, as I believe money is barbaric, but whatever. I don't think you need to be paid for it, but go and find your own worth. So, whatever. People will undoubtedly be upset with me calling all billionaires and all businessmen completely worthless. But I'm like, how would I know? I've never opened a business or anything like that. Blah, blah, blah. Like you said, you're trying to start a business. Yeah, I am, but um, the magician never reveals his tricks. All right, that's the saying. So go fuck yourself. And I think it would be nice if we lived in a society that provided free, like I said, free housing, food, electricity, clothing, pretty much the society identified everything you need to be a living, breathing human and said, we're going to give that to everybody. We're going to provide that for everybody. And if you don't need that, go and find it another way. Now, if we want to have money for that, I mean, I don't agree with that, but that's my personal opinion. So, as a society, we can all get together and decide, find money. And like I said, I don't agree with it, but whatever. It's just one voice in a chorus. So, you know. Um, yeah. Dogs barking. Some other segments. It wasn't in Arkansas. I think maybe Arkansas, maybe the area I was in was still too suburban. It was kind of, if I had lived a little bit more outside of Little Rock, because I was Little Rock, North Little Rock, and then Jacksonville. What was the name of the other place? Not Gadsden. That's in Alabama. Granville. I don't know. Jacksonville. So I think if I was a little bit more outside of the suburbs, maybe I would have encountered this, but wild dogs basically around here too that are just around. So yeah, like during nighttime, you'll hear a dog bark and then it'll just be like woo 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 woo. And yeah, I've seen wild dogs. And people are like, yeah, people drop them off. And there's just like unwanted dogs, so people just come out like from the city and suburbs and then just be like, okay, this is a wild enough area. Here you go, unwanted dog. Go fend for yourself. It's like, that's kind. I don't know if that's. So many people want puppies. They're not willing to like go and go to a shelter. Sort of understand why, but take a chance on a dog. Usually, I mean, more often than not. Maybe if you have a baby or a very small child, but then if you have a baby or a small child, maybe don't get a dog. Maybe focus your effort on your kid. And if it's just you two, maybe you have enough time to take in and take a chance on a rescue dog. A shelter dog. A second-hand dog. A free dog. A free dog that isn't so free. So now they make you like pay for it. Kind of sucks. But also kind of sucks that they don't let like people in apartments have dogs. People like me, but I wouldn't be able to pay. I wouldn't be able to pay the upkeep for a dog, especially a bigger one. It's like, goddamn, big old bags of dog food are like not cheap. They fucking eat. They eat a lot of food and they drop big old turds too. And turds are not small, or even like a medium-sized dog. They are not fucking small. Human turds. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna pick them up? Like, really? You can pick up your dog's turds. Like, and you can train them to go. And like, there's like a bush line and stuff here, so like you could probably get your dog to shit, like shit in the fucking turd in the fucking bush line. But like, it takes a little while to get him to, like, dude, shit. Like, that is where you shit, not in the middle of the grass. Like potty training a kid, and like, it takes a little while. Like, I would think, like, you got a shelter, like, come on, train your dogs some decent behavior if you got a shelter. Like, wouldn't that be good? We'd be like, you got a shelter, but like, all our dogs know to shit, not on grass, find a bush or something good. Like, our dogs are great. They know they're well behaved. They know where to shit. They know where to piss. They're like, they aren't just some random dog that's been sitting in a cage for 3 months. No. They're good dogs. They may have been rescues, but they're rehabilitated. They're good. They're fed. You will be satisfied with these pooches. They can read, they can write. Some of them can do rudimentary algebra. What can I tell you? We go above and beyond. And they're only $599.95. For a limited time. You can get a special collar. And it's customizable. That dog will go and get your groceries for you. And just that, tell it what a grocery store is. Special dogs. They like table scraps, though. So we advise you to give them table scraps. Whenever possible. Ooh, fuck billionaires. I cannot stress this fact enough. I think as more and more countries adopt this philosophy of fuck it, go wherever you want, as this domino of fuck 'em keeps happening throughout more and more countries, I think you will see them getting more and more terrified about the precariousness of their position. And it will be stunning because you will see just how cowardly they really are. Because these are the people that almost all of them have never lived an uncomfortable day in their life. So if the only place they have left to live is a war-torn shithole, suddenly paying what I would describe as a tax rate that is astronomical might not look so bad. I mean, when it's a choice between death or just being taxed, well, what are you going to do? You build a rocket ship to Mars? Good luck with that. Are you going to live there by yourself? Like I said, if that's your plan, refer yourself to see page with the Gilligan's Island remark. I'll just bring the engineers with me. What are you gonna do? Pay them $100 million? Yeah. I'm sure American currency is going to have a lot of weight on Mars. Uh-oh, is this a package from Amazon? Oh, it's a package from UPS. Thank you. What do they got here? This could be it. It does say Dell on it. Uh-oh. I think this is Dell 3040 SFF refurbished. Uh-oh. I guess that's the end of this. And the beginning of a new adventure. So, fuck billionaires, and we'll see. I don't know if I feel like fucking opening it right now. I'm still tired from that walk. Boobs out, people. Boobs out.